Hello world. The dogs are probably going to get upset in a little bit because things and stuff. Yep, and there's Tinker crying already. But there was a puck on the screen. Well, you're not in the right place, Tinkerbell. I don't know what to tell you. You're not in the right place. You're not on doggy cam. Puck, you were in the right place. You're still not in the right place, Tinker. Get down. Come here. Come on. Let's see if that, encourages her to move. It does, but she's still not in the right spot. I know. You know what this means, don't you? But you're not in the right spot. I'll pet you, but you're not in the right spot. Oh. Arr, arr, see updates on my tags. Okay. So hello everyone. Yeah, I know Tinkerbell. So I'm just checking Rocket Launch Live to see if I need to update my rocket or my personal launch calendar, which I haven't done in a little while. Mostly because not a lot of stuff has changed. I know, Tinker. I apologize if they're not on the camera because they've learned that they need bits to be on camera. Or rather, they get bits if they're on camera. Hey Guido, so what's for dinner today? I know, Tinker. I know, Tinker. It's terrible, isn't it, Tinker? I know. I know, it's terrible. You're not happy at all. She's not happy at all. Well, I saw it on the schedule, which I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at, and that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So there is a launch later today at 18:30 Eastern Time. I apologize because I don't know what time that is UTC off the top of my head. I think we're at -4, so if you add 4 to 18, that's 22. So, yeah. That sounds right. Ooh, tomato and paprika spaghetti sauce, possibly with some prosciutto. Oh, that sounds amazing. I think we're having lasagna for dinner tonight, which hopefully should also be amazing. Yeah, I don't have an app on my phone. I have the thing on my Alexa speaker, which I think is the same thing that's on your phone. Look, Tinker, the Cheerios are open. Oh, you're actually in the right spot. Let's see. Let's check her. Oh, you're halfway on camera. That counts. She's learning. She's learning. This is progress. Oh, and the launch that was supposed to have, the Chinese launch that was supposed to happen on Monday, which is tomorrow, because at some point in my life, days have ceased to have any meaning. That is now on Wednesday. There probably still won't be a live stream of it. So DARPA, R3D2, which is still an amazing thing. And then I don't think anything else. There's the Crew 2 in July. which I already have. Hey, I heard bits. Hey, Fenmil, audio is faint and make it rain. Okay, let me fix the audio. Why is the audio so faint? Everything's zeroed. I know, Tinker. Fix the audio first. Is that better? You'll have to tell me if it's better. Yes, the Electron launch is in about 5.5 hours. That's a good way to think of it too. All right, so there's a whole bunch of bits. Are you ready for the bits, dogs? Puck, speak. Yeah, the noisy background. Oh, unless you're talking about the whiny, which make it rain. If you're talking about the whiny, that's silenced by bits. If you're talking about the fan noises, I think that's my computer. And I don't know how to fix that. Other than switching to water cooling, which I may or may not do next pay period. But I just bought a new desk and chair, and the computer is now further away from my microphone than it used to be, so I thought that would fix it. Alright. It is the fan. You know what? There's the thing in my house is... No? I have the right microphone going on. You want to... Let me fix something else in the house. In the meantime, make it rain! All right. Ooh, pens everywhere. So I don't know if that's any better. I don't know if that's any better, but I turned off the whole house fan thing because I know that's kind of loud too. Yeah, my computer's further away from the microphone, so I don't know. I've tried to turn it down so it doesn't pick everything up, but then you guys are like, we can't hear you. So, yeah. Let me be quiet for a second and see if I can futz with it. Okay. How's this, guys? Is this better? I feel like I should just, start getting... Oh, that's all the higher that goes. So you'll have to let me know how that is. Make it rain! And yeah, I will do something about the fan noises soon, I think. It'll probably be next month. Because even though I enjoy building computers, I kind of hate tearing them apart and working with them, and I think that's just because I was so traumatized by my potato and working on that, and the fact that I know that my sister I told my sister to leave it alone, and she's like, no, I want Windows. My nephew would have been fine with Linux. So, aw, you're starting to get sleepy already. It's the sound of Puck and Tinker hoovering up Cheerios. Yeah. Well, I hope you feel better soon, Paranor, because I know you've been not feeling well for a while. Hey, Noel. Nom 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 nom. So the Cheerios are louder than you, at least for me, anyways. Okay. Do 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 do. How's that? That should be a little better. Oh, you know what? I know why the Cheerios were so loud. I didn't have their camera muted. Okay. I am highly amused. What? I'm 1080? What? Oh, I'm highly amused that that I forgot to turn that off. Oh shoot, we're past 1 o'clock. Look at that. Look at me all screwing around. Alright, Tinker, give me 1 second. Let me eat, a piece of candied kumquat. Nom nom. Nom nom nom. So, good morning. Where is the... Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hey, Veronica! Give you some few last bits for the dogs. Hey, Puck, speak. Come on, say thank you to Veronica. Speak. Come on, speak. And because I know that picks up audio, speak. Come on. Alright. Now that I've done torturing you, talk. Here's the Cheerios. Make it rain! I didn't even realize that was unmuted. Because to me, webcams should not pick up sound. But yeah, I'm sorry about everybody's ears. But it's fixed now. It's fixed. Okay, so turn this down a little bit because I think I readjusted everything and I think we got all the background noises and everything settled. So here we go. I'm gonna minimize that because I don't need my sound anymore. Kill that because I don't need that. There's nothing wrong with having naps baked into your schedule. Okay, so yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Science Sunday. I am your host, Annie Wilson, and my co-hosts are the white fluffy cloud named Puck, hey Puck, who is hoovering up Cheerios, and the little dachshund named Tinkerbell. Trust me, one's white, one's black, you'll figure it out. And... Oh my goodness. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, that should work now. Yeah, I apparently went and switched everything to where I have to add audio to every scene, and I thought I had done that. I don't think I can change it down to 1080, which is weird. Part of me is like, yeah, we're at 1080! And the other part of me is like, I am so sorry. Also, I don't understand why Twitch doesn't let you throttle it down. Yeah, that seems like that should be a thing, and it is not a thing. 1 second. So, yeah, non-partners get quality options, and it's hit or miss, and I know it's on traffic and all the other things. So, I'm sorry I can't fix it. Part of me is just excited that we have it, and it's a very gamery thing to be excited about. So, we've been working on Jupiter, and Jupiter's been giving me problems. And the fact that when I went to go add and colorize things, not everything was getting colored. So we're going to go back. Oh, she literally ran off screen to find a Cheerio. So we're going back to the FITS files, and I'm going to make the FITS files darker than I normally would, because I don't know how else to fix this. So I'm not happy about it, but I mean, I need to do something. So this is FITS Liberator, and it's a free program. I know it runs on Windows. I think they have a Linux and Mac version. I feel like I've used this on Mac, or not on Mac, but on Linux, and usually if there's a Linux version, there's also a Mac version, because Linux is the redheaded stepchild. Noel says, green Jupiter, is this what happens when it's left in the sun too long? Ha 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 ha. That's actually the white clipping. So that's where it is literally too white, and that's part of our issue. So we're going to look at stretch functions, and these are probably not going to do anything that I want them to do, because they are making them all brighter. And we don't want this to be brighter, we actually want it to be darker. So I'm going to hit reset. That makes it darker. That makes it darker still, but it makes the edges really dark. So, I don't know. Part of me is like, let's just go with the really dark thing, because the edges will come back out to life. I don't know. I feel like I'm making stuff up now. This is the first planet I've done. Let's do auto scaling. I got rid of the black clipping, but not the white clipping. So there's that. There's not... I think that's literally the best I can do, unless I go there. Do auto scaling? Actually, let's hit reset, because there's no undo. So we'll do that. We'll do auto scaling. Q says, do you want to do a true color or a false color Jupiter? It'll probably be false color, because that's what I do. Plus E. Oh, yeah. It'll probably be false color. I'm not entirely too sure if any photos out there of Jupiter are like real. Well, no, because we can see Jupiter through a telescope on the ground, so we do have real color pictures of Jupiter. So I don't like the black clipping on this. It actually doesn't matter that there's black clipping, because this will actually save me time later. I know it seems weird, but to have all of that black clipping, all of that blue perfectly around the planet, that will save me time later, and it just kind of generally defines the shape for me. So I'm okay with this. Undefined. Yeah, and then the red is just undefined, because it takes a square image, but things that are usually taken by Hubble are kind of skewed one way or the other. I know. And for the nerds, let's look at the image information in the image headers. FITS format is pretty cool because it has all of these headers in it, right? And this will tell me somewhere what filter this was taken in. And the last time I worked with these FITS images, I actually wrote all of the filters down. So somewhere it is hiding in here. And it's not usually... Here's the world coordinate system, which is what we use to find stuff in space. And it has some serious data quality flags. Oh. I don't know what that means. Unit lists. Again, it says it has serious data quality flags. Oh, that's lovely. I don't know what that means though. So, where is it? Okay, so photo mode, right here. This was taken with the WFC, that's Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 3 camera, UViz 2, Uniform Victor India Sierra 2, and the filter they used was F631N, Foxtrot 631 November. And I don't know what the cal means, it could mean calibration, so that's the filter that it used, and we'll actually have to look at what wavelengths of light that lets through. And there is actually a standard for colorizing Hubble telescope data that usually this filter is assigned, or an image taken with this filter is assigned this color and this color and this color, but that's usually with the wide filters, and this is a narrow filter, so it's not letting in nearly as much light. So that's where you find the info for, you know, the geeks out there. So there's still some white here. Other than jumping it up to the next highest thing, which it doesn't seem like I can get rid of that, which makes me sad, but I think that's just something. Flat flame looks like it could be red, 474. That's the inverse sensitivity. I don't know what that means, but I think I do see, I think the A does stand for angstroms, which they use angstroms instead of nanometers, which always confuses me. I do not know enough about, here's the pivot wavelength. This is what you're looking for, I think. That's 6.30. Yes, Puck, I will make it rain. Alright. Puck, speak. Come on, speak. Come on, speak. 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 Really? Tinker, are you gonna cry some more? Just so you guys could get the adorable whine. Maybe. So here's the Cheerios. And make it rain! Maybe? Maybe. I typically do all of that after I process all the images. So we can actually look at that now. There's no reason that we can't look at that now, because we're already talking about it. But what? It's okay. So, what is this? WFC 3 UViz 2? I think we want the handbook. And I don't remember what cycle we're in, or this was I don't know what cycle this was taken in, and I don't think it matters. That does not give me information. This is, I'll link to what I'm looking at right now. This does not give me information about the filters. So I think I actually have to go back up. That's the field geometry. Apertures, screen, optical performance. Like, they go really into detail. And anomalies. Oh, alright. We're in cycle 27 though. So let me pull this up on the other screen. And thought I had something for, first let's make sure the audio is in this. Okay. I know, Tinkerbell. I know. Alright, so here's the instrument handbook. And that full screen and zoom in because I am kind of blind. We'll chat up because, you know, we're chatting. I think I think you're correct there, as in it's 360, not 360, excuse me, I swapped numbers around. It is 630.4 nanometers. Let's see if we can search this. Index. Go down to filter, filter wheels. Here we go. Doesn't. Here we go. So here are the filter wheels. So 630 is red. You want to? We'll just write that down right now. Where's my notebook? I have to move the Cheerios. So this is red. Okay. Let's see, 03 Bravo. Z Quebec is red. Okay. So for anybody that's ever wondered about the filters, yeah, and I've mentioned that they're on spinny things. They're on wheels, and these are indeed the spinny things. These are the wheels. And the filter we're talking about right now is 631 narrow, so that one is right here on wheel number 1. So ta-da! And this is the IR filter wheel, which I don't do a whole lot of IR stuff. So with the back arrow, and we can actually pull up more information. This is 631. Which, why isn't it? Oh, there it is. It's like, why isn't it here? So here is the, zoom it out a bit more so I can put it all on the screen. Here is the, essentially the throughput for this particular filter that we're talking about right now. It only goes from, and no, I don't know why they measure this part in nanometers, but everything else is angstroms. I don't know why. It annoys me. But this only goes from 626 nanometers to 636. So that is really narrow. That's literally 10 nanometers of wavelength. And it's not the greatest uniformity throughout, but, you know, as we were just talking about, the pivot wavelength, which is the part that's in the middle, is 630, and if you look at the graph, it is very much 630. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, in fact, let's pull up electromagnetic spectrum and see if I can find something quickly. I know. So here's the whole, this is just a Wikipedia page for the electromagnetic spectrum. And there's this whole other thing, and they use different things to measure wavelength. It goes all the way down from picometer to kilometers. Like, lots of kilometers. So we're looking at visible. So we'll click that. And here's the visible spectrum, which is, we're in that, but I don't think it, there we go. Scroll down, scroll down. Here we go. Here's this little graph that I like. So yeah, we said, what, 600, where's that thing? 626 to 636. And on this, that definitely, look at how broad the red is. That's 625 to 740. So yeah, that filter is definitely red. So yeah. Orange is, you know what, unless we're looking at two different things. I see orange is something, I don't have chat up so I can't read it. Orange is 600 to 640 according to Wikipedia. Can you paste the link? Because I'm curious to... Oh, the values for the colors differ in German Wikipedia. That's weird. Maybe that's a culture thing? Now I'm curious. Please hold while we, you know... There. Oh, I can see why, though. That's still a totally different website than I'm on. Let's open this, shall we? And microwave infrared light. Huh. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So let's go to the English version of this page. Which I don't think the English version breaks it down like that. It doesn't. That's kind of hilarious. I don't think so, because we're using, it would be kind of funny though if it was a conversion issue. I don't think so, because this is, wavelengths in the visible spectrum are pretty universally measured in nanometers, which is an SI measurement. So that's curious. Also, I'm envious that the German Wikipedia is like, here's all of this on the first page. In the English Wikipedia, I have to click to a bunch of different things. Anyways, back to Fitz. So thank you for sharing that, and now I have to find Fitz. Where's Fitz? I need way more monitors. All right, so I got Fitz back up. So I'm pretty much happy with this. So we're going to save it. And we're going to call this, you can't see me doing it, but we're going to call it linear 2. Or no, this isn't linear. This is, what, x2 or x3? We'll call it attempt 2. Alright, so we did that one. So in theory, the next ones should be quick. And open. But it doesn't work out the same, so we're going to hit reset. I know Tinkerbell. I know Tinkerbell. I actually want the black clipping, and it's not giving me the black clipping. Okay, so move this. See, this one I can get pretty dark. Not that dark. Not that dark. Too far, too far. Oh no, don't crash, Fitz. Why did you crash? This happens a lot. It's okay. Oh, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Okay. Oh. Oh, now it wants to show you like what I'm working on. Alright, so there's two files here, which I don't think you've ever seen this before. There's the, I don't know what the rest of it means, but the endings, the DRZ, Delta, Romeo, Z, and the FLT, Foxtrot, Lima, Tango. We want the Delta, Romeo, Z, because that's the drizzled, because these are actually multiple images that have been drizzled together, Alright, hit reset. Let's go down to the third, because that's where we were. Auto scaling. And we want to get rid of the white clipping. You're not on camera, therefore you don't get treats. My mom says I'm mean. Let's back this down to that. Ooh, there's part of me that likes that a whole lot better. But that white part is still too white. And there's, if you can see that green right there, that's a hot pixel. Yeah, it's curious of why it's different. I find that very curious. Alright, so we're just going to have this white streak because I can't make that any darker. I mean, I probably could, but even if I go way dark with everything else, that's still pretty light, so I think we're going to try it with this. So, this one was taken with, if I can find it, the Foxtrot 3-9er Fife November filter, and the pivot mode, or the pivot wavelength is, what, 395 nanometers? I think so. So let's go back to the instrument handbook. Let's say 395. I will switch scenes in a second. So here is this, here's the diagram for this filter, and it goes pretty much from 390 to, actually it probably starts a bit before 390, like 388 maybe, to 404, but for, you know, all intents and purposes, to me, it starts at like 391 and ends at probably about 400. So again, very, very, very narrow. And this makes it, what? I'd just leave that hot pixel white. It'll eventually, it'll end up being black. So we don't want that one. Was it this one? So that is definitely solidly going to be violet. And I forget how we get this to do this on the English, but it is definitely at the very bottom, so it is pretty much going to be violet. Oh, here's how they describe it. Alright, linear visible spectrum. So yeah, it's definitely, because it's almost black. No, because it starts at right around 390. So yeah, this is definitely going to be violet. So I'm going to make a note to myself. 03 Charlie, 0 Quebec is violet. And yeah, so switch back to fits, which it's so much, I wish when I hit scene change it would also change what's on my monitors, but that doesn't happen. Alright, so save. And we're going to call this attempt 2. Because linear failed horribly. Oh, did it fail horribly. So the freeze settings, so the next file I open should be treated with the same settings. But I know from experience that it doesn't always work nicely. Because that is literally the same settings, and that wasn't nearly as nice. So I think it's just a scaling issue. Bump up the black to get that. And out of curiosity, I worry though that if I make it too dark that I'm going to lose everything at the edges. So that's why I'm pretty much just sticking to X to the second auto scaling, which that looks gorgeous. That weird hot thing right there. Come on. Really? Really? Reset. Q says it's a good candidate for the blue channel. Okay. I will keep that in mind. will write blue next to it in a second. Violet, blue. And okay, so let's geek out on the wavelengths for this one. So this is Foxtrot 502 narrow filter, and the pivot wavelength is, let's call it 500 nanometers. I'll switch back over to here. 500 nanometers falls in, I think that's green. Roy G. Biv. Yeah, so that, I think that's green. And what did I say? We'll just look at it real quick. So 502 narrow. So yeah, the pivot wavelength, this is a little weird. Ignore that. So like 496 to about 505. Yep. That unpronounceable thing to me equals green. Yay, context clues! People are like, how do you get by in other languages? Context clues. Here, have some Cheerios just for the heck of it, dogs. So yeah, that one is totally green. And 03 Charlie 1 Quebec is green. And I have two more images that are two different wavelengths, and I will show you the things for them. So we had that, and we also had 443 nanometers, which this is pretty much what it looked like. This is also pretty narrow, but this would have also fallen into what, the red? Yeah, this would have fallen into, no, not red. Or the other one. This would have fallen into the even bluer than, even more violet than violet. So yeah, it's a nice, it's an interesting curve. So that's the other one. And then the last one that we have available to us is 275 wide, which this is the only wide filter they used. So, oh, 340 is UV, not visible. Okay. And then, yeah, this is going to be in the UV not visible spectrum as well. So we're just going to kind of draw a line here and put not visible. And yeah, so yeah, I think sticking with the ones that are visible, yeah, it's even less visible. I think sticking with the ones that are visible is the way to go here. So yeah, so we're done with this one, and we're going to save it and call it attempt 2, because I think I've used the same settings. And that's it for what we have to do in Fitz Liberator. So now you'll have to excuse me because I don't have it open because I didn't know how long Fitz Liberator was going to take. Have some dogs while you wait. Oh, there's no dogs on camera. There's no dogs on camera. No, you need to be over on this window. There you go. Now you can do it. Tinker, you're such a good girl. Have another one. So we are going to, Veronica's like, alright, Tinker stole my soul. Hey, come on, speak. Come on, speak.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah? Are you thanking Veronica? Yeah? Yeah? Sit. You know how to sit. There you go. And make it rain! Alright. Thank you, Veronica. This is really the dog's favorite time of day. Their favorite time of day is anytime I have the lights on and I start talking. Because they're immediately like, what's happening, human? And I have to tell them nothing's happening. Alright. So I'm gonna open all of these. I'm gonna let you watch the dogs while I do this. Because this is just me futzing around, and I don't think these windows even show up. So, and I will open one of the ones I had done previously, just as a comparison, so you guys can see the difference. Alright, later! Feel better, have a good nap, all that other things. Yeah, Veronica, that's pretty much what they do is, oh goody! Mom's gonna stream. Arr! Okay. Yeah, and then she looks at me like that. Can you sit at least? Beg properly and sit. Tinkerbell. This is why you're not favorite human's favorite. Thank you. Thank you for sitting. Now you get a Cheerio. Favorite human and I had a discussion about which one was his favorite dog. And Puck is his favorite dog by default because Tinker does not listen to him. So anyway, this is the first time I attempt to mess with these in Fitz Liberator, and it's pretty light. And this is that same image with my second attempt, and you can see a whole lot more detail here. I think I was kind of worried about that. But yeah, you can definitely, same image, you can see a whole lot more detail. So I think we're headed in the right direction now. So now I have to do this annoying thing where I have to unlock all the layers. And before I do anything, let's see, this one is, we're going to call this one red. And I'm labeling these layers now for essentially future reference, because I will forget which layer is which, because it doesn't carry the file name over. Blue, and this is F. Whoa, you okay? I don't even know what you did. 395 narrow. Yeah, that's right. And then this one is green. And what is this? There. So now I have all of these, and I am just going to I think I have to copy them. You'd think I would have this figured out by now. I do not. And paste. So that hot pixel is still there. It's annoying me. You're not on camera. You don't get treats if you're not on camera. Alright, so first thing, we save. I should actually probably do a save as. Attempt to put this here. Attempt to, and we'll call it Jupiter attempt 2, and then today's date, 24 March 19. And 1, 2, 3, save. I know it'll increase the... Are you done barking? Oh, aw, well, hello, and good luck on your exams. I'm so happy you were able to get your package from customs without much problems. But yeah, hi, good luck on your exams. I'm just processing data. Processing data. Alright, so we need to take the image and turn it into RGB. No, I don't want you to merge the layers. Okay. Now we've RGB'd. Hooray! And now I think... Hold on. Sorry about that. There's something outside that Puck apparently wants to kill. So to keep Tinker inside, quiet, we're just gonna toss Cheerios at her. So, okay, so yeah, we still have that hot pixel, which... Actually, let's fix that now. Healing Rush. Perfect. So I'm gonna do that. Alt-click. So how about we zoom in first? And boom, we're done. Yay, hot pixel is dead. Because that will just generally annoy me later. Yeah. I know. Okay. And now we do that thing where I'm like, okay, how do I make this happen again? Because as a reminder, I really only do this when I'm with you guys. I don't think I want an adjustment layer. No, I do. I want a hue saturation. Use previous layer to create a clipping mask. And then we're going to click colorize. I'm going to turn off all these other layers, and we want this to be blue. So we're going to slide this over to blue. Part of me is like cyanotype, but not quite. I want it to be more blue. Very solidly blue. And even if I turn the saturation all the way up, there's still that white spot. So, oh, let's go saturation of 50%. I mean, that works for me. And do that. And we'll turn that one off, and we'll turn the green layer on. Layer, adjustment layer, hue saturation, previous layer to create clipping mask. And we want to click colorize. This time we definitely want it to be green. Is there a way to make it green? No, I don't think there's a green preset. And we will jump saturation up to 50. Just type that in. And I think we'll just have to use the slider on here to get the green we want. Which I think that'll have to do. I guess I can turn the lightness down. So let me do that on the other one too. Yep. Nope. Nope. There we go. Alright. So turn the lightness down to get rid of that white spot. I really don't like how it makes everything dark, but I know that'll be a problem later. And here's our red layer that has a whole lot of stuff going on. I know, Tinkerbell. You want all the things. So, hue saturation, use previous layer to create clipping mask, colorize, set this to 50. Part of me's like, I really want a better red, but I think we're just going to stick with that red. I'll turn the lightness down to get rid of the white. There should be no white spots at all, only one pure color. I know, right? Which is why... I mean, do you know of a different filter that would work? I mean, I could probably try to go in and adjust the levels. But I don't know why it keeps the white. I tried to get rid of the white as much as I could when I was processing, and it just didn't happen. So, yeah, which makes me a little upset. So, since we don't have any blending things, let's try screen. Oh, that's kind of a trippy color. It almost looks like it's black and white, or not black and white, but 3D. And I think from here I'd have to adjust levels, or flatten it and try to adjust levels. For comparison, let me save this first. For comparison, let me open up the last one we did, which this is what the last one I had saved. Oh, there's that hot pixel again. And let me change this to screen. 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 And yeah, for comparison, the last time I worked with this is what it looked like, which was very frustrating. And yeah, it just kind of all washed out, which is why I wasn't too worried about the edges, because I need to close these. Because now we have a full planet with details. It just has a funky color, so... green essentially takes the place of the yellow, because, you know, we think of primary colors as red, yellow, blue, and we're actually in RGB mode, which is red, green, blue. So, yeah. I think the only way for me to really adjust colors from this point, which I'm actually kind of glad there's a point where I can adjust colors, is going into levels. So Q says, in GIMP you can even combine 3 gray layers into an RGB image. I was doing something similar in GIMP. I didn't realize that there was a shortcut where I could actually be, okay, I want this layer to be red, this layer to be green, this layer to be blue. As soon as I touch the chair, you'll see sits up. How about you sit? Because I think I was going through a similar process in GIMP, but because there were no layers, it was very frustrating to me. There were layers, but it's weird. I remember not liking GIMP. I can use GIMP, I'd rather not. So this is better. This is progress. I think the layers, it looks like an onion. I know, right? I think I'm going to leave it here for today. Because everything else I kind of want to do is going to involve messing with levels, and that can take a while. And there's also, because, you know, Jupiter rotates and these pictures weren't taken all exactly at the same time, there's some features that are kind of scooched over, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle that. I know it's possible for me to take an image and put it into Blender, put it on a sphere, and rotate it a little. But then I worry about the other parts of the image, because then, you know, I don't know. You might try to brighten the red layer a bit. Yeah, we can do that. Tinker, again, you're not on camera, Tinker. See, if I lighten it too much, you know, the white comes through. So it still kind of gives that, you know, let's just do lightness for each one of -25 and see what that does. There might be a way to pull in a black and white image and just be like, okay, or a grayscale image and be like, okay, you are now this color. So lightening it, I think I lose a little bit of detail, but let's futz around with this bit a little bit more. Because you said a little bit, you didn't say a whole lot. So that's better. We got some of the detail back. That's right in here. Now they're going to hunt for the Cheerio. Looks like more Cheerios. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it here. I'm not happy with it, but I'm happier than I was before with the older image. So there's that. The hunt is on. Yeah, they're going to be hunting for a little bit. They're going to be hunting for a little bit. So yeah, there's my Saturn, or not my Saturn. There's my Jupiter, and it's pretty. And I was gonna flip over to all of that. So, if you have any questions, go ahead and at me now while I think about it, and I'm going to do the usual announcements. So there is a rocket launch tonight at 6:30 Eastern time. Puck, speak. Come on, speak. That was weak. Come on. Yeah? That's all you have to say. Just because I think there are things. Alright. Cheerios, make it rain! By the way, we couldn't see the window you used to adjust the color parameters. I guess there is a window, probably because it was not captured being another window. Yeah, Photoshop is weird that way, and I'm not always checking OBS to see if it pops up. I'm well aware. I still have Photoshop open, so let me just check. Yeah, no, it doesn't capture it at all, which is quite unfortunate. So, Photoshop is weird. I'm not entirely I might be able to fix it so it's in that side panel or in a side panel, but I'm not entirely too sure. But thanks for telling me that, because that is helpful, because I see the preview there and I guess you guys don't see anything until I hit OK. announcements. Oh yeah, there is a launch tonight. It's at 6:30 Eastern time. Arian space coverage. Is this an Arian space launch? I've already forgotten and I'm embarrassed. No, this is a Rocket Lab launch. Excuse me. Rocket Lab probably starts coverage 20 to 30 minutes earlier, so about 6 o'clock I would start watching for a live video. I think we're going to stream it, and it will be Dr. Pamela who streams it because I am busy tonight. Yeah, busy. But that should be a cool launch. That is the R2-D3 launch with the Captain antenna, where I have a molecule, and the molecule is better but not perfect because I keep losing bits to the molecule. So give me 1 second to gently put the molecule together. But Captain is a type of polymer, and yeah, they essentially took a really thin film of this polymer and yeah, made an antenna out of it. So here's one end of Captain, and there's the other end. So it's kind of a long molecule. It's fairly flat. I've talked about this on Daily Space before. It's fairly flat, and like this whole part rotates as a unit, and these two parts can rotate independently. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I just wanted to show you guys what the molecule kind of looks like. And polymer just means it's chains of that same unit repeated. Okay, so about 4 hours from now, there should be some sort of coverage. We might start streaming a bit sooner than that. So yeah, tune in for that. What else? What else, Tinkerbell? So this has been a production of CosmoQuest. We stream Sundays through Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern, which right now is 1300 hours, which is 1700 UTC, etc., etc., etc. Monday through Friday we do Daily Space, which is your daily space news updates. And usually once a week I cover what's being launched, what has been launched, what's going to be launched. Yeah, what's going to be launched. And we might talk about space toilets, because space toilets, if you ever miss an episode, we archive everything on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, come hang out with us live. Sundays are pretty chill. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the conversion. So, for the launch coverage, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. London time. Thank you, Veronica. Time zones are hard. I have to think about these things. I'm not nearly as good as Dr. Pamela is yet. We are in association with Planetary Science Institute in beautiful Tucson, Arizona, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University. Here in Youngstown, is it spring yet, Ohio? Planetary Science Institute is a private nonprofit corporation dedicated to solar system exploration. So yeah, explore. We are also brought to you by you. Thank you for all your bits, your donations, your merch purchases, your subscriptions, all of it. Every bit helps. And if you can't afford to donate bits, subscribe, buy merch, whatever, that's okay. Follows are free. Come hang out and chat with us. We like it when you come hang out and chat with us. Ask us questions. We may or may not have the answers, but we'll try our darndest to get you an answer. And with that, I think that's everything. And I am going to awkwardly roll the credits, because that is what I do. And we will probably find someone to raid. But first, I'm looking right now for somebody to raid. We're part of the Knowledge Fellowship. And they do a whole bunch of sciencey things and programming things and so on and so forth. So we are, yeah, I'll find somebody there. But yeah, I'm going to awkwardly roll the credits. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we'll work more on Jupiter next week, I think. So until next time, bye.